Hey everybody, and welcome to the first of many videos I'm going to be doing for the Ghost Recon Future Soldier beta. I did finally get my access email, and I do have plenty of other codes, and we'll talk about that in a second. I'm going to do a fancy code handout. Super excited about that. But for my first video, I really want to talk about weapon customization because it is extensive. Now, you'll see that there aren't many attachments for some of these categories. This is because it's a beta. They announced that they will release more when the game comes out. The game comes with plenty of differences. Although, on some of the things like the barrel, for example, there's only so many options you can actually put in because barrels are pretty standardized across different weapon classes. So, this is the American or Ghost side. It's Americans versus Russians throughout most of the multiplayers. You'll see in some later games. I will be releasing 2 gameplay videos tonight from the Russian point of view with my team. We were wrecking. It was like a wrecking ball. It was awesome. One's going to have commentary and one's not because I didn't have audio on when I was recording the voice stuff. So now you can see here there's tons of stuff you can do to this gun. You can change the gas, the piston, the trigger mechanism, the barrel, the under attachment. You can it's so extensive. I'm just going to let you guys kind of watch the screen to talk about these things. Now each of these you'll notice changes some form of thing on my gun here. Now these are divided into multiple categories: power, range, control, maneuverability. Maneuverability functions how fast you can move with the gun, and functionality, range, obviously how far the gun can shoot. And then there's, I talked about maneuverability, then there's power, which is how hard the gun hits, and all that jazz. So I mean, there's plenty of stuff to look around. And then control, which is how well the gun handles, so, you know, you're looking at this stuff, and it's fantastic. I mean, it looks amazing. You can change all of this. You can change your triggers, so you can have semi-auto, burst fire, or automatic firing weapons. Amazing. I really like that feature. It kind of breaks it down. If you want to make a marksman type assault rifle, it's going to be completely different than a full-on frontal assault kind of assault rifle. You can change the magazines. You can change. I mean, it's insane. And there's tons of guns in the game. In the beta, there's I think 5 or 6 weapons per category per class, which is awesome. Now, you'll see coming up here, I'm actually in the firing range. Now, when I'm in the firing range, you know, you have targets at different variations, and you can pull this up at any time and do this. Now, in the firing range, you know, you get to test out your gun, test out the recoil, and you can actually go back and customize it again. So, literally, you could probably spend hours in this weapon customization option menu, especially after you unlock tons of credits. Now the credit system works, and that's what you spend to buy your attachments. Basically, every time you level up, you unlock a weapon attachment credit for that class. I'm level 6 with the assault, so I have 6 credits. Now, people have asked, is this across both factions? And that answer is no, it's not. You get 6 per faction. So you have 6 credits to customize your AK, so to speak, on the Russian side, and 6 credits to customize your ACR, so to speak, on the American side. Now you see, you know, we're kind of swapping gears here. This is the Russian side of things, and I'm going to tear apart and go through the AK. Most of the options are pretty standardized, and you see I pop up a HUD menu here, and it has, like, different things, you know, and that's the optimize menu. So if you're, like, in a really tight situation, you know, or you just want to change your gun really quick, you can optimize it for specific things, such as control, range, power, and maneuverability. And the game will actually take apart different pieces and optimize it for that specific thing that you asked it to, which is really cool. I'm not a big fan because I like to customize my weapons literally perfect to what I want them to be. After I filmed these 2 clips of my initial customization, I got to, I think I'm level 8 or 9 on the rifleman tree now, and I spent probably a solid hour just working on one gun. Like, my ACR is perfect right where I want it. It's a beautiful piece of work. But you can see here all the customization options exist with the Russian weapon as well. And it's the AK-200 if I'm not mistaken, which is, you know, a typical AK but a different version of it. Here, you know, that you can do all this other stuff. There's a stun gun there. The stun gun's pretty cool. You can actually stun an enemy and then hack into his intel, and it'll display the location of all of his teammates around him that, you know, were alive at the time of his death, which is really, really cool. Although the stun's extremely hard to pull off. and you'll see that when I release gameplay videos. I tried to do it a ton of times, and I just ended up getting wrecked because you really have to sneak up behind somebody, and to do that, you got to be careful. I mean, I always try to go for the snipers because they have that active camouflage, and when I spot them, you know, they think they're invisible, and I'll come up behind them and try to stun them and hack their intel, but it just does not work that way. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Anyway, though, I did want to mention the Ghost Recon beta keys. Yes, I do have extra Ghost Recon beta keys for the closed beta invitation. I have mine, and then I have 3 others. Now, 2 of these are reserved for people who are going to be joining me for some of these commentary videos in the future, as we're going to be talking and team working together. But I am giving away 1 of these codes, and you can go ahead and go over to my Facebook page for that information. There'll be a link in the lower left-hand corner of this video. You should see it about now. Yeah, about now. And that'll link you to my Facebook page. And what you have to do in order to participate in this competition is simply like my Facebook page and stay tuned for further details. I think what I'm going to end up doing is having a Ghost Recon video and saying, hey, what was your favorite part of my video? What are you most excited for? And best comment wins. And I will handpick that comment. So stay tuned for that. That's going to take place tomorrow on Friday, April 20th. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll let you finish up this video. I'm back in the firing range here with the AK, and we'll leave you to it. So thank you for watching, guys. I'm so excited to be in this Ghost Recon beta. It's a phenomenal game, as you'll see with gameplay videos later tonight. But until then, I'm going to let you go. Take it easy, guys. Thank you for watching. Valence out, and remember to like and subscribe. See ya.